What's going on, everybody? My name is C4. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here for episode 16 of our Madden 24 Pink Slips franchise. We got a nice little doubleheader on the slate as we are going up against the birds of some sort, and we got the axes of some sort in today's episode for our overpowered 11-1 squad. And we're kind of talking about it last episode, sitting at 11-1. What does the future hold for this series if we go on and win a Super Bowl? Because usually in my franchises, when I win the Super Bowl, that's kind of like the final ending. You know, the final act, it's over, do something else. But I read a lot of comments on the last video, people saying want to continue it. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because I follow that up with, we have a goal on every single episode of Pink Slips that if we hit 1,000 likes, it is going to give us a half-star scoring in the upcoming episode. And we did not hit that. I think we just got over like 500 on the last upload. That's another thing that weighs into my factor of continuing Pink Slips, as it is a fun series to do. But, you know, if it's not doing particularly well, if it's starting to struggle a little bit, that leads me to believe that we need to change it up. We need to do something different. So as always, if you enjoyed Pink Slips and you want to see the series continue beyond whenever we win a Super Bowl, hey, we could end up not winning a Super Bowl, and I am locked in until we win a Super Bowl. Hit that 1,000 likes, and it also gives us a nice additional boost of some Pinks scoring. So a live look at our roster. We have a upgrade that we didn't make from the last episode. You guys voted. We got a nice little consensus one. Those are always the best. You know, we last episode decided that while we can just run the football pretty much on anybody with Bijan Robinson, I want to open things up offensively a little bit and let Anthony Richardson throw the football. And mixed results. You know, we are playing on all Madden. The more you abandon the run and just go real heavy on the pass, you're going to open yourself up to interceptions and turnovers and stuff like that. And that's kind of where we're at right now. Like, my controller was not a fan of throwing the football as much as we did in the last episode. So even though we have a 7-foot monster at wide receiver, even though we've added George Pickens, who was a Pink Slip legend last year in Pink Slips, even though we have Luke Musgrave, who's developing nicely, maybe we're still missing some pieces on the offensive line to allow us to throw the football as much as we would want, which is a nice segue into our upgrade before we get into today's episode, where we are spending all 6 of our upgrade to go from Mike McGlinchey, 81, 29-year-old offensive tackle, to Brian O'Neill, 87, 28-year-old offensive. So he's just a little bit better in every single way, and hopefully this addition to the offensive line makes life easier for us when we want to throw the football. One other thing that I kind of troubleshooted at the end of the last episode, because the last episode we had like a meme where team that we were going up against had like a tight end playing tackle. Well, another thing is because of me controlling every single team hasn't been auto spending because it's acting like I'm the user. So I obviously have auto progression off because I want to spend how I develop my players, but that's applied to every single team in the league. So technically I could retire, but that's also a little bit of a pain in the ass. So what I've been doing is every time I play a team, I auto-spend to make sure we're going up against the strongest team, which is what we did right there. As you saw, like, Lamar had 7 skill points that he was kind of just sitting on, which makes it so that at least when they play us, it's the best team possible. But also, we have auto depth chart off. So we're going to have to, every single time I play a team now, I'm going to have to do this, where I auto-set their depth chart and I auto-spend their upgrade points. And I think, like, that's just going to be the easiest way to do it, because you need to keep all the teams as users, because that's how I make the trades between Pink Slips. So now we've juiced up the Thunderbirds, who are taking on first, who they're absolutely the Ravens. Harbaugh playbook. They still got Lamar Jackson as their quarterback. Here's a look at their roster. And it is still not an amazing roster. They got Lamar Jackson, you got Deontay Johnson, you got Christian Watson to be cool depth from a Pink Slip standpoint at 6'4", 96 speed, 94 acceleration. Mylota and Dickerson would be pretty cool. I would absolutely love either one of those guys. And now that we brought in Brian O'Neill, who's, 87, wouldn't need a ridiculous performance to be able to steal away Jordan Mylota and put him at the right-hand side of the O-line. Lane Dickerson, again, would be pretty badass. Got Mekhi Becton there. Defensively, this is, you know, hey, Isaiah Simmons was awesome when I would use him as the star of our defense way back in the Cardinals franchise before those goddamn idiots traded him for a bag of chips in real life to the New York Giants. So I can definitely see Isaiah Simmons fitting into our linebacking rotation if we could find a way to add him. Not a great secondary. I got Sidney Brown, the Canadian. I'd take him as depth if we could, if we had to. If there's no other upgrades to be made. But overall, I'm not seeing a team that worries my 11-1 pink slip juggernaut squad. And already Lamar under pressure, but that is Darius Slay whiffing on a tackle on Deontay Johnson. Couldn't imagine a worse start, really, on that first play without giving up a touchdown. Because we have lived and died off of our pass rush. And if Lamar is going to be, like, that is obviously the counter, our pass rush is an athlete. Because there's no offensive line that can block us. But someone like Lamar Jackson can make us look full, put us on skates, and that can be a problem. Oh, there we go. Nolan Smith. You can't. You can only hope to God he takes a playoff or two, because he is undeniable. Sack on Lamar Jackson. And if it wasn't him getting there, I think Trenton Simpson was right behind him. I think Vita Vea was behind that. And that's a terrible mismatch. Even though you see the star ability there on 79, that's Mekhi Becton. He is 6'8", 400 pounds. The counter to that is Nolan Smith, a speed rusher. Oh, what a throw. Christian Watson. Holy shit. After a really good drive, starting to put a little resistance here. 3rd and 14. We'll drop back with Trenton Simpson. And it's a wide open, whoever that is. Laviska Shenault. All right. There we go. That's a first play right there. You get 20 on your first play, we'll get 18 on ours. Another one. Just right up the middle. Play action. Shot to Rager. Ideally, we can get Musgrave middle of the field. And it's a sack by R. Coleman. Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight. What a legend. Just watch that every day before we hit up the gym football. Oh, Rager. 80 slows up. That is Sidney Brown getting lost in the sauce. All right, let's go, man. We got a lot of Musgrave 6'6", Clement 7 feet, George Pickens 6'4". We need to start eating here in the red zone by throwing the football. We have more than enough red zone targets that should be able to make some plays. We got mesh spot. It's usually an easier play call here. See if we can get Pickens right on the goal line. Yep. And he drops it. Great. All right, we'll kick it. Now we're getting this drive. I've been very upfront in the fact that while things have gone well for us this year, maybe even better than expected, when you look at the quarterbacks we've played, we have beat up, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We have beat a lot of not great teams with terrible quarterbacks. We didn't really know, and I think we're finding out right now, when we actually go up against Lamar right now is, 97 with a boost up to a 99. Where our defense, our elite defense, our cheesy defense truly stands against really good quarterbacks. And so far, Lamar is having a very good first quarter and counting. I mean, we've beat up some bad quarterbacks. Like, outside Lamar, I think the highest rated is Tua. All respect to Tua, It's not like we've gone through Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. These quarterbacks that are like 90 plus. We have beat Tua, and now it's Lamar. Other than that, we've literally played quarterbacks that are 65 to 73 as their base rating range. So, it's a good test for our defense. That has been very good. Show that we can hang with even the best. And so far, Lamar hasn't missed a throw. There we go. Jamin Davis, all out blitz. Thought they're going to run it. That's why. That's a good stop there. 3rd and 10. It's a good read. If we can get off the field here, hold to a field goal, you start feeling a little bit better about the defense. If Lamar does something crazy, Or there's a freaking wide... Oh, Smoke Monday! Mugged him. Had that in his hands. And that is an outstanding defensive stop. Very good roll on a PBU animation. Footer involved here. Dion Clement. Looks like a great opportunity. Throw him the football. Nope. Locked up. What? What was that? I don't even want to look at this replay. That was to him. My ball was to the guy that look at that. Look, he's going for the catch. My throw. At this point right here. B. He's getting ready for the catch. Put his hands up. I'm going to catch. It literally looks like he's getting ready for like a catch animation. He stops weirdly and gets ready to kind of like jump. Gets on that foot. Except we're under pressure. And we throw it to this guy right there, like this. Like he's playing catch with his son. What? And then you got known powerhouse Dante Johnson breaking 2 tackles and forcing his way in the end zone, huh? Okay. I see what's going on here. What's going on here is I'm going to fucking run the ball down their throat now because Bijan Robinson's unstoppable. I'm going to get 8 yards of carry, and we're just going to run. He's going to finish today with 375 yards rushing because I'm not fucking losing this way. We're not having this spectacular win streak end this way. Psych! Psych! He's 7 foot tall. You can't teach that. That's how you respond. That is how you respond. Before half, too. That. Sorry that it's Sidney Brown again. Turn it into a mixtape against him. Better put someone other than a safety on Clement. I'm just going to keep throwing to him. Like, keep seeing like Sidney Brown going on him. And we get a ridiculous throw around. Ooh. Logan Ryan. Okay. Hilarious that we are 3 of 8 passing with Anthony Richardson for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. But that is a pink slip offense. When I built this, we made what we have here. That's very special. This is pink slips. This is the identity of what pink slips looks like at its highest form. Tom Savage, way back in Madden 17 or whatever, when we started pink slips, that is what he put in the work for. For a team to be built nothing on shot plays and hit power. But 80, Jalen Rager up to the 2. We'll go no huddle here. Keep him out there. Keep him tired. Keep him guessing. George Pickens. That honestly could have just as easily been intercepted. That linebacker did not move. But I believe that is Pickett's first tutty. Part of Madden 24 pink slips. And on the opening drive of the game, we chew up a lot of clock. We have a long established drive, and we have the lead. All right, open up the 4th. Still here on the Ravens' opening drive of the second half. And I'm going to say, oh, that's good throw. I'm going to say they're probably 4 down territory on this drive. Oh, Kyle Hamilton. That was a weird formation. Kind of like it, honestly. Classic Raven. I mean, that's always a playbook that I feel like sucks in the sim, but would be probably pretty fun to like, use her. Oh, screenplay. I mean, they're using LaVisca should know how you should use them. On the 4, definitely can say that these all Madden sliders make the game a lot more competitive as long as the other team has a decent quarterback. But even then, Nolan Smith is the greatest pass rusher in the history of the NFL, and we hold him to 3. Get a drive. Let's kill the game off. Let's win it right here. Make them kick that field goal was the biggest mistake they made all day. Musgrave gets some of that yardage back. Sets up a 3rd and manageable. And we're trying to improve that. 29th ranked passing offense. And you saw just glimpses today of how we can unlock that with the shot play. 3rd and 6. Might even need to keep it with Anthony Richardson. Or we just can't outrun Frankie Louvu, even though we have 90+. All right, just no one. John and Davis just didn't want to tackle there. Good, cool. They're probably, what, share the same agent or something like that? Jesus. Look how small 75 is on their offensive line. That is what we need to target. And honestly, it's getting pretty close to let them score because I don't trust this defense to get this stop. And I want our offense to have a shot. There we go. Everyone gets there. Sack party at Lamar brings up 3rd and 10. I'm sorry ever even crossed my mind to doubt you. Now we're going to go on a spy. On crucial downs, it's been Lamar making plays with his legs. Oh, that's a bad drop there. Why? I mean, that's also not, Ramsey on Christian Watson. I would expect Ramsey, Jalen Ramsey, to win that. But the game comes down to this 4th and 10. Riley Moss blitz? Hell yeah. Oh, that was not the right call. Oh, and it's Nolan Smith! Let's go! Oh my God, sports were like there. Throwing my guy to the ground. Nolan Smith, 3rd sack, the hat trick. Seals the. I mean, look, Lamar was going short of the sticks anyway. Looked like he was going to that tight end there. We had nothing. That was close though. And there we go. End up with the victory. Very, very close. Lamar Jackson was really damn good. He just didn't play good enough defense. He couldn't get out there and cover up a 7-foot-tall freaking wide receiver. So the win streak continues. Don't think this is a 5-star, but it's a big win. It's a win against a tested, legit opponent, which has been few and far between this season. So take a look at the score. We won the game, which is worth 1 star. We did not have the turnover battle or anything like that, but luckily Anthony Richardson went off 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, gives us 1 full star for going over 300 and 3 tuds. On the receiving end, we get 1 full star for Deion Clement going for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. And on the defensive side, it's really just we got this score from 3 players, individual efforts. Nolan Smith with 5 TFLs, 3 sacks, gets 1 full star as well. Ends up being a 4-star performance, which gives us 8 points of upgrading from the Thunderbirds. Before we can do any upgrades, we have a weekly award. We only have 2, honestly, with Nolan Smith and Deion Clement. Oh, Nolan Smith did not get it, but Deion Clement did with his performance. So that is going to give us a nice little upgrade for his Player of the Week performance on top of the upgrade that he earned anyways for having an outstanding game. So we're going to keep up with these points into physical, which is just comical at this point because we're operating. Look, there's a nice casual +1 acceleration, +1 strength. But now, because you got Player of the Week, we can bump that rating up even more. 1 skill point of some sort. So, looking at him, it can't be a physical one. So we can go break tackle, stiff arm, change of direction. Honestly, deep route running, right? That needs to be the call. Goes to the 79. So we can spend these points until he goes up to an 80 deep threat. So there we go. We get a nice little +3 to his deep route running for getting Player of the Week. This was actually a really, really easy upgrade, especially for an Eagle fan, to spend all 8 of our points. We could spend all 8 on the dot by going Brian O'Neill to Jordan Mailata. That is a +3 upgrade. And then we could go from John Runyon, who's been serviceable. I love having the Runyon family name in our squad. But we could spend all up to the 8 by upgrading that to Landon Dickerson. Easy moves. And we welcome the brotherly shove. The 2 most important pieces. Maybe even, 2 of the 4 most important pieces of the brotherly shove has now been added to the Bison's O-line. Now let's just take a step back and admire the offensive line, the state of our O-line. Mailata, Dickerson, Joe Tippmann, Skaronski, and Ike Ekwonu, plus Luke Musgrave has a lot of Taylor Moton, turnstile Moton from last year's Panthers franchise. Blocking stats, run blocking stats at least. So that is very dominant. The most dominant blocking front. As we roll into Week 15 against Mike Tomlin. And I believe these are the Lumberjacks. Is that what they're called? Redwoods? No, that's what it is. Lumberjacks, that thing? Yeah, it is. All right. Back-to-back weeks, we're going up against a very good quarterback. Jalen Hurts is playing as a 94 X Factor. Okay. Lamar was tough. Jalen Hurts is going to be tough. Better offense around him, too. We got to stop Derrick Henry, as opposed to, 77 overall Leonard Fournette last week. At wide receiver, they got Mike Williams, who's a 90. They got Claypool, height, weight, speed type player. Maybe not, prolific, but, decent receivers. O-line is trash. 74, 67, 68. They got Quinn Miners at 82. So the right-hand side's not so bad. But that left-hand side is, actually might not be. Actually, I'll still take Nolan Smith against anybody. But it might be time to use the other side of the line. Look at their defense. You got Bradley Chubb, Chenowusu, Bradbury, Caleb Farley. I'll be honest, I'm not seeing many guys that I would like to poach from this squad. I'm not seeing many game changers. I'm not seeing a whole lot of pink slip guys do that. Caleb Farley, kind of. Could be a guy we'd want to target. Byron Young is maybe a depth pass rusher, 92 speed, 93 acceleration. But for what we're looking for in terms of blueprint, of building a Super Bowl contender, I'm seeing it'd be Derrick Henry at back. I don't know. This is a pretty shit roster. I'm looking at a shit roster in terms of upgrades, but I'm looking at a legit roster in terms of challenge here in Game 2 of our doubleheader. Just got to put this in here just to see if anyone's still watching this. Am I basic? Here are my 2 shoes. These are the only 2 shoes that I consistently buy. I make sure I have at least 1 to 2 pair at all times. Just got new ones, literally. Only reason why I say this is because they just got delivered today. One is the all-white Air Forces, right? These are, in my opinion, the greatest shoe of all time. Most versatile shoe of all time. Versatile weapon. And then you got the Timbs. 6-inch Timbs. Right? Is there something wrong with is that basic, or is that just, reliable? 2 reliable shoe choices? Or do I need to up my game? I don't know. But in my opinion, for my money, those are the GOATs. Those are the pound-for-pound shoes of kids that grew up in the 90s, 2000s, early 2000s. Right? Those are the shoes that Jim Jones, We Fly High, would wear, okay? And that's how I model my style. All right, not many quarterbacks have been able to figure out our defense. Can it be Jalen Hurts with those badass Lumberjack helmets, which I'll give them credit. That is the overall dream, brown pants and all that stuff, but those are, and we highlighted way, way back in the very beginning of Madden when we're kind of breaking down the relocation teams. Those are probably the best helmets. Anything that has a little bit of character to it. And they got, you got the flannel going on there. And obviously our defense right now is, whatever reason, isn't there something with hunting? That's why they wear hunt flannel when you go hunting. It distracts the prey, distracts the deers, the big bucks. Well, that's what's happening to our defense. They're playing pretty goddamn distracted right now. All right, he's getting this ball out very quick. Mike Williams running, stays in bounds. We don't get a whole lot of upgrades on the board. Mike Williams might need to be the guy that we target if we get, big 3, 4, 5-star performance. Let's clock at the middle here with Trenton Simpson. Oh my God, we tackle Jalen Hurts. All right. Happened last game. They went down. They marched down the field. The result was still the same. I'm not worried. Oh, no safety over top? All right, pretty much always going to audible to this. 1, 2, 3. Who is that? Is that... You know what? I will say, Caleb Farley, 6'2" with 95 speed. It's a hell of a job. That's a hell of a sales pitch for why you should join the squad, having that as depth. We'll try it again. You can do it once, fine. Can you do it multiple times? Actually, psych, we're just going to go right in the middle of the field to Musgrave. Who lives? And, I don't know. It's a tough ask, but Bijan Robinson offered no resistance to Bradley Chubb. Ooh, it's going to be close. 4th and 1 on my 18. Are you really going to tempt me to do that? Come on, no. 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 They stop us, they earned it. They don't stop us, they're not going to stop us. Right behind Skoronski, Icky, Quado. Let's go. We're doing most feared every year for Pink Snows from here on out. What should we do next year? Should we get a 400-pound running back with 99 speed? Would that be like the next thing? I'll do. That's a go-to. That is an absolute go-to. Luke Musgrave on the board. All right, at risk of a quick 3-and-out, giving us time to close out the first half. What can Jalen Hurts do here? 3rd and 9. Nolan Smith gets... Oh, no. No! No chance. No chance. I mean, no time for us to close it out, but I feel confident that we're going to be able to continue this in the second half. It's going to be a long second half for Jalen Hurts. X factor on Clement. I mean, yes, awesome B, though, man. Caleb Farley. Keeping up with him. That should have been an easy tutty. I'm going to stall out here. We'll go 3rd and 6. What's Clement saying? No safety over top. You better hope to God you got some jump. Oh, okay, they double team him. I mean, 7 feet tall. Just throw it up there to the skyscraper. Oh, come on. Just let him score then, why don't you? Oh, my God. Jalen Hurts. Oh! Give that one, man. Broke the tackle of Nolan Smith and Jordan Davis. Oh, look. I love this coverage on Clement. Just no one in front of him. So I'm just going to throw it over the linebacker and get into your territory. Musgrave jump. All right, and we sail it. Probably the first bad throw on the whole episode for Anthony Richardson. Punt? What kind of wind are we talking about? 59-yarder with brick shithouse? And I got the wind? It's a disgusting punt call, Andy Reid. No faith in the brick shithouse to give us the lead. I believe. Hit on the spin move inside. What a fucking... Where is these throws coming from? Oh, my God. For the love of... Like, why can't we tackle? Why am I getting, like, warped out of what should be a tackle there by Jamin Davis on Derrick Henry? Oh, there we go, though. We got Slay in this X Factor. Throw it his way. You know you want to Hurts. Riley Moss. He doesn't miss a tackle. But Nolan Smith held quiet. I think we got half sack. And even then, he like kind of cheesed on the end of that. There we go. Terrible call. Why are you running not Derrick Henry there? And they're going no huddle, so they're keeping Derrick Henry off the field. 3rd and 11. Get off your block. Well, whole new field goal attempt. Honestly, that's a deal where you got to put Clement like just right there in the middle. Stick his hands up. Good first run. 3rd and 3. We want touchdowns. We don't get his completion. It's in our kicker's range. But no safety over Clement. 1, 2, 3. Throw it up. Close your eyes. Hey, my man. Caleb Farley. Punt. Eight. All right, this makes things a little more interesting. I'm gonna get that like weird kicker animation, aren't I? Okay. Not gonna change it. Might as well take a shot to win it. He was good. We probably be good for like 61, 62. So 58, definitely within his range. But now we got this god awful fucking. All right, Max. I don't know. Let's go. No chance, baby. What, Jalen? And, let's be honest. Full respect, Jalen Hurts. Not a fast offense guy. Jalen Hurts kind of like grueling, grinds you away, sneaks, long-ass drives. Unless they can get a shot play to Mike Williams jump ball, this is probably going to be it. That's what they tried, man. I don't know. Maybe that was the closest all year outside of the loss. But didn't that loss happen on, was that our first game on All Madden? I was close. And this is going to be a terrible score. I couldn't even tell you what our pink scoring is going to be. But, you got to win these games. If you think you go on to win a Super Bowl, you got to win these games against good quarterbacks. And that's exactly what we did. But take a look at the scoring. We won the game, which is worth 1 star. And after that, not a whole lot. I mean, not a bad game for Anthony Richardson. Just wasn't a lot of offense. Dion Clement going over 100 yards does give us a half star. But that is our remaining scoring. We have no other scoring, kicking, punting, everything in between. So it ends up being only a 1.5 star performance, which is a 3-point upgrade. That's going to be tough, man. I don't know. I don't even know if there's a 3-point upgrade that exists. I do love From the Fallout. Well, anytime we get an upgrade for Anthony Richardson, we're going to take it, right? It's the quarterback. He's already overpowered. We're going to make him that much more overpowered. But Santoso definitely gets the game ball with 2 58-yard field goals. We got faith in him. Brick shithouse. Now, I wish we finished the episode off with a bigger win, which had more players at stake. But these are literally the only 2 upgrades that are 3 or below that we could even really make. And one would be, we have Callaway here, who's 76 hidden dev wide receiver. And we could use that to get Claypool, who we've seen from our Cardinals franchise, plays better than his ratings, and he is a pink slip style player. But that is just getting a player that is not that much better, way older, and doesn't even have the dev trait. Or we could send Kalijah Kancey, who is a little bit of, outside of our scheme a little bit. Even though, pink slip for sure, D-tackle, 90 speed, 8, but he's more of a 3-4 defensive end. And with that, we could roll on the game with only +2 of the 3. But it gives us a hidden dev player here in Chris Green, who knows what that dev trait is. Could be superstar. It's kind of like the mystery box. Do you go with what you know? Do you go with what you not know? He does have 96 strength. So I think all things considered, we are going to go with the mystery option and let them off the hook by a point. And we're only going to spend 2 of our 3. And we're going to roll that Green here has a really, really nice dev trait. And with that, fellas, that will end another episode of Madden 24 Pink Slips. Our win streak, I wish we didn't lose one. Because I think it'd be cool to see if we can go undefeated and whenever the inevitable happen of a loss, it might make it that much more impactful. But, we might as well be undefeated. Our team does not show any signs of slowing down. We're able to really, really bump up the offensive line here in this episode by adding Landon Dickerson and Jordan Mailata. Plus, we get a nice little mystery D tackle. Hopefully, it's something better than a star dev. But that will do it for me today, guys. As always, smash 1,000 likes on this video. There's our like goal to give us half-star scoring for future episodes. We would have got that. We would have had a +4 upgrade. Might have opened things up a little bit for that win there over the Lumberjacks. So 1,000 likes. You guys, also on top of the fact you guys want to continue to see pink slips happen beyond this Super Bowl hopeful season, or whenever you win a Super Bowl, if you want to see pink slips continue, the likes show me that people want to continue to watch it. If not, I got to try other things to try to win in the YouTube algorithm. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it as always. Like, subscribe, all that cheesy YouTuber stuff. And until next time, it's your boy C4. Say peace. I love ya. Have a good one.